Do you look in the sky a lot?
This is Time and Space, hosted by Mike Smith.
Yeah, well, all I ask for with the people that I talk with or folks that I address or something is have an open mind. I don't want to talk to someone whose mind is just made up.
Right.
Actually, I won't talk to a person like that very long because there's nothing I can say that will convince that person.
You're almost both wasting your time. Yeah,
it's just
sure.
be objective and just admit that if you don't know something, you don't know.
You don't know.
Don't make up an explanation for which there's no support.
Right.
Or make up a more ridiculous explanation than the fact that maybe we're dealing with ET visitors. It's to make up some crazy convoluted theory that involves psychology or psychosocial interactions or something where that is more far-fetched than just simple ET visitors is ridiculous.
Right.
And I just have no patience with closed-minded types. I want skepticism. I want honest skepticism.
Sure.
And I don't want so open-minded they believe everything. Every light they see in the sky is a spaceship or anything like that. That's ridiculous as well.
Right. I don't know.
You see a lot of both those things.
You do.
Unfortunately.
You do. Right.
Yeah, but people sometimes you wouldn't think should be thinking like that. I have a friend of mine who's he's a physicist. He's a PhD physicist, and he's kind of active in, well, he was more active in the UFO subject. When it comes to magnetohydrodynamics, which I think is his area of specialty, some esoteric area of physics, he gets paid for that. He can do the math. He can understand it. He's very conversant. When it comes to UFOs, he's so open-minded about it, like he loses his scientific training. He forgets what it is to be a scientist. He doesn't apply the rational thought. He's immediately so far out there with, he knows what's going on, he knows where they come from, he knows how long they've been here.
What do you attribute that to?
I have absolutely no idea. For the life of me, I've known
I know I'm going to keep coming back to that question over and over with guests, time and time again. I'm blown away by that. I don't understand why people do that.
He's got a weird dichotomy in his nature, where when he has to, he can be completely scientific and do the job. Right. Work for a government agency or a contractor and does scientific
on extremely complicated PhD level work.
Exactly right, and he is a PhD. Exactly right. But then it comes to other stuff that people who aren't PhDs are saying to him, "Hey, where are you coming off with that? There's no evidence for that."
Right.
And yes, there is. But there isn't. And completely mystified.
I mean, do you think it's just some sort of overwhelming desire to believe, or?
I would think that would have to be a huge.
I know I'm trying to get you to practically read his mind at this point, but you know, in general.
I saw him a couple months ago in August, and hadn't seen him for 6-7 years at the MUFON symposium, and he hadn't changed one iota. And he was arguing on the so-called face on Mars.
Right.
And I said, no matter how you look at that, the original face on Mars, it's nothing. It's
the Viking photos.
The Viking photos, they've rephotographed them with several probes, including lately, and with some of the latest ones. And it's just the features. It's just a series of hills and rills on the Martian surface.
Right. A few shadows, and the next thing you know,
not there.
Right.
I mean, just admit it.
Right.
You're not looking at that right. You're not missing. You're missing the big picture. Yeah, he's no effect whatsoever.
That's incredible. That's incredible.